a gathering of the University of Benin Alumni Association, Lagos branch, on Saturday, 4th December 2022, at the banquet hall of Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. It has become a yearly routine for them to come together like this to discuss and plan a way forward for the alma mater and the education sector in general.
For a lot of you who are dyeing your hair just like I'm doing, went to the university when university was university, when our principal actually was busy funding the university. Today, as the chairman of the vice chancellors of federal institutions, I can tell you that university vice chancellors have been made to become magicians. And then why are we magicians? We have to run the system because certainly we have agreement not only with the current students, but the alumni that the university must continue to remain in existence without compromising quality. And when that is so said, you would expect that funds will match that kind of commitment, dedication, tenacity, but that is not true. And like I said, I would shock you a little bit by giving you a little bit of statistics. Now, universities, of course, we know we have just gone through 8 months. So not only do we have bastardized, calendar, academic calendar, but the fact that the university virtually does not get anything from the principal. For the past budget year, University of Benin was given 100 million to run 12 months of a year. That translates to maybe, if you are a good mathematician, and I'm not very good, maybe about 9 million to run a university with a capacity of almost 60,000 students and 8,000 staff members. You have to be a magician. Some of you might say, well, the students are paying charges, are they not? Now, it will shock you, and I don't know what some of you paid at the time where you were there. It will shock you that today, medical students at the best are paying 60,000 a year to be trained as medical doctors. And then for the humanities and arts, they are paying 40 at the most 45,000 a year. Again, that translates that you must be a magician to be able to run the system. But for TEFON, I'm sure most of our federal universities would have been glorified primary schools. And so TEFON is doing what they can do, but the demand is high.
What's happening to education in Nigeria? We are all here when the schools were shut for almost a year, and the students had to stay home. That can't be good for the country, and it can't be good for those students that had their education disrupted. And also the comment that was made in the course of the event today about the fact that none of us, or only very few of us present here today, are sending our children to go and school in our universities. That is a testament to the fact that things haven't worked as well as they should, and something that should make all of us stop and reflect on the state of education in Nigeria. So clearly, something should be done to rescue education in Nigeria and bring it back to the path where it was before, several years ago, when people like me were very happy and proud to go to Nigerian schools.
Anybody who has passed through the four walls of any institution in Nigeria as an alumni member, you try as much as possible to make contribution towards the further accomplishment of the vision and mission of the university that has give you the education that you had that have also impacted the larger society. And so there is always this, we feel that it's an opportunity for the alumni to have a link between with the university, and as people who pass through the system, that there's a lot that we can do in our own little way to support the system. First, we have to act as a good role models to those who are there at the moment, the current student, and to mentor them. Perhaps some of us, we have not been doing much of that in terms of going back to the school to speak to them, unlike in our time where we do have people who have left the university coming back through symposia. Of course, we normally invite them to come and speak to us. That's what we used to have before. But right now, not much is not happening. Perhaps from the conversation we've had here today, some of us will have to be going back to be doing that. But more importantly, is to say that anybody who went through the University of Benin, given your experience at your own time, that you must know that the infrastructure there have also decayed, that we must all go back to see whatever we can do to do that. And that's what the alumni have been doing so much. And for some of us, we are challenged that perhaps we have not done much in that direction, and that this is an opportunity for us going forward to see what we could do in future.
Take home is always go back to your foundation. Always go back to the institution that produced you. And always give back and change the life of the next set of children. If you don't change the life, somebody changed yours. That's why you are a graduate. So you have to also help in giving back so that you can make the quality of the life of the next generation of students better.
With all said and done about education, speakers went on to focus on the major theme of the event, 2023 elections, assessing how the 2022 Electoral Act and INEC innovation empowered Nigerian voters.
We are about to go into an election year, and what is most important to Nigerians now is who will become the next president of the country. And we think, as part of our social responsibility to the country, that we should have people that can get the right needed information to make the right choice when they vote. And we have one of the best INEC commissioners that this country has ever produced. That is why we invited him to come and shed light on the burning issue today, which is the Electoral Act.
Election is a period to renew the journey of a country. Election is a period to renew those who have also, involved the policies that have been involved in the last few years. No set of leaders will complete the nation building, and so it is work in progress. So the idea is not that, if set have not met expectation, then of course that is the end. Not at all. In fact, nation building is a job that has no hope of final completion by any set of people. What is important that every set of people who have the opportunity to serve, you must make your contribution, to take the country from where you met it to a level higher than you met it. I think that's the responsibility that we all need to do. That's the key message with respect to how INEC innovations and the 2022 Electoral Act actually have empowered Nigerian people. That power is back to them. It is for Nigerian people to seize that opportunity, that power is back to you. The polling unit is now the center of the universe where elections are going to be won and lost, and not at the level of coalition. The use of beavers is compulsory, it's statutory. The use of your PVC as the only that can admit you to a polling unit arena, it is by law. So there's nothing anybody can do about it. So there's nothing a politician can do about this matter. My call to judiciary is that some of the things we hear about people trying to go to court, trying to ambush the process, that must be stopped. That's all we need to do. So, but quite frankly, 2023 has a lot of promise for Nigeria, and Nigerians must go and exercise their office on that day.
The generation ahead of us cannot bring Nigeria together because of their mindset and the way they do things. The generation that can bring Nigeria together is our generation. A Muslim ticket cannot bring Nigeria together because that is already a faulty foundation. Because if you cannot consider the sensitivity of a nation to pick yourself looking at the religious line, age line, demography, you cannot solve our problem. The first thing is to bring Nigeria back to love themselves. When Nigeria begin to see themselves as Nigeria, patriotism will be there. Nobody will be patriotic to a nation that does not care about it.
I point out the event was the award and recognition of individuals who have done well in their various fields of endeavors. For your events coverage, advertisement of goods and services, Dara Network TV is a veritable platform for you. We'll give you a wide reach at a very considerable price. Follow us today on our social media handles: YouTube, Dara Network TV, Twitter @Dara Network TV, Instagram at Dara Network TV, or send an email to gloriaforgabriel@gmail.com, or contact Shino Daniels on the numbers showing on your screen: 0802 568 1978, 0903 027 9524, or 0705 898 9874. Dara Network TV, an online platform built on truth and integrity. Try us today.